Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I come to you barefaced and ready to go because today we're gonna do a makeup look. Halloween is in a few days and I kind of have a Halloween inspired idea currently in my head right now and I want to try it out, and so I thought, why not do a little makeup tutorial, makeup get ready with me, and see how it goes. So we're gonna get started. We're just gonna get right into it. So currently I have my moisturizer already on my face and ready to go. I don't have any face primer right now, so I won't be using that today. And I think I'm gonna start with the eyes first today because of how intense the eyes are gonna be. And also I don't want there to be any like fallout onto my foundation. So I'm gonna get even closer to you, and I'm wearing a nice little turtleneck today. Because this is Halloween inspired, it's kind of gonna be orangey and black. So I was like, oh, I'll wear like an orange shirt. Of course it's more pastel than anything because my other dark orange shirt is currently in the wash. We'll go with this one. I'm not really a fan of turtlenecks. I don't like the way they make my face look, but we're doing it anyway. So let's start on the eyes. So like I said, this is going to be an orange and black look. So my two main palettes I'm going to be using today are the Orangey Glad by Colourpop, and also Smoke Show, which is also now called Blowing Smoke. They changed the name, but I have the original name palette. So before I put anything on my eyes, I usually use some type of eye primer or a like concealer or foundation to put on my eyes to kind of keep it tacky and sticky so that the eyeshadow sticks. So today I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Conceal HD concealer. I'm just going to put a little bit on the eyes. Then taking my beauty sponge, which needs to be cleaned, I'm going to just kind of press that in. All right, so now that our eyelids are all concealed, let's get started. All right, so I'm taking a fluffy blending brush. I got this blending brush, actually, I got a set of brushes off Amazon for Amazon Prime Day for like $7.99 for like 20 brushes, and I've been using them this whole past week and I love them. They're really great. I will link them down below if you're interested, but yeah, it's just called Besto, and I really like it because I've had brushes from all over, like cheap brushes, I've had expensive brushes, and these ones are really good considering the whole thing was only $7.99. I think they're really good. So so opening my palette here, these are the colors we're going with. I think I'm going to start by going in with Zestin, this one right at the top here. Now I found that on camera when I just held that up they look really orange, but in the pan they don't. It looks more brown than anything, but I know for a fact when they come off on your eyelids this palette is very, very orange. So we're just gonna start by going in nice and light, very lightly, just a very light hand. And this is gonna be kind of our crease and blending color. And you can go up as high as you want on your own lid. I have really big eyelids, so I kind of like bringing it pretty high up, otherwise you can't see it when my eyes are open with eyelashes on. Plus I plan on putting some really big eyelashes on today, so we definitely want that color to stand out past the eyelash. Alright, that looks pretty good. Right, on to the next eye. Does anyone else get it where I feel like my eyelids are two different shapes? Like they literally, as I'm putting on makeup, they feel like different, like the crease hits in different places. Am I weird? Do I have weird eyeballs? Probably. That wouldn't surprise me. Alright, so now we have our very blended, nice and blended out crease shade. So that's going to stay with us. And now we're going to kind of pack on top of that. We're going to go back in, and I'm going to take this even more orangey shade. And then I'm going to kind of focus it more, not as high up, but more in the crease. And that's just going to really add some dimension to the color. Alright, so now that we've added that depth there, my thought is that I am going to kind of cut the crease a little bit. And I'm going to have black kind of in this corner here, kind of coming up. And then a very sparkly orange shade on the lid. But we're going to see if I can do this correctly without messing it up, because I don't know about anyone else, but black can sometimes scare me a little bit, because you got to be very gentle with it, otherwise it just goes everywhere, literally just everywhere. So I think before I do that, I'm going to, staying in the same palette, I'm going to take this brown shade a little bit and kind of put it kind of where I'm envisioning the black, so that we kind of have a base for the black and it doesn't ruin the whole eyelid. So just really gently, and it is like an orange, you can tell it's an orangey brown because this is an orange palette, but that's fine. I'm just keeping it really like packed in on that in there. And we're gonna kind of bring it in into like a little V shape. Ooh, I like that. Alright, so there we have that, and now I'm going to find a little concealer brush. Got a little concealer brush here. And I'm going to take my concealer again and just kind of really lightly. I just want a little bit, because a little goes a long way. Now I will say I'm not really the best at a cut crease, but it's all about trying your best, guys. And the more I do it, the better practice I get, and then eventually I'll be really good at it. That's just kind of anything with makeup. It takes time, because I've been playing with makeup since I was like in 5th grade. Of course, that's when you just wear like blue eyeshadow and look insane. But I wear makeup pretty frequently, but cut creases scare me. I don't know why. They're not too bad. They're not too bad. We're doing good. Alright, now I'm going to leave that for a second. I'm going to leave the concealer there for a second, and I'm going to go and do the black part. Now this is what I'm really scared for. This brush that I have here. It's got a little bit of brown on it. That's fine. And I'm going to go in here. It's very gray toned, but we have a very sparkly black at the bottom here. Oh, not the sparkly black. We have this is the sparkly black. This is a regular black. For a second I panicked. I was like, oh no, I don't want sparkly. So just with the tiniest little bit. And black, sometimes you need to build with them, and that's okay. We're taking our time. Always take your time with black. Don't just go right in there and start. It'll be very bad. Probably should have cut the crease after I did the black, but that's okay. We'll go back in. I'm just like patting it, like I'm not even rubbing it. Because black, even with the tiniest bit on your brush, black goes so far. So we're just really lightly. And then we'll blend that out with some orange and fix it up, you know. I'm gonna go in on the other side for a second before I blend that out. Alright, now that I just have like a base for the black, I'm gonna take my orange again. I'm gonna take like my, I'm gonna take the brownie orange again. And I'm just gonna right on top. I realize my nose is really red, and I honestly don't know why. And I always like to, I'll take a makeup wipe and kind of clean up any of the edges that look kind of, yeah, you know what I mean? It's always a nice and slow process. I'm just going to take my concealer brush that still has a little bit of concealer on it still. Just kind of go over what I already did. And I'll come back and kind of fix up that black, but I'm going to put the sparkle on. I may have put way too much on just now. It's fine, right? It's fine. The concealer can look messy because we're just putting stuff on top of it. So going back into the orange palette, I am taking this one right here, Tangerine Dreams. So that one looks quite sparkly, and I'm going to find a little pressed powder brush. This little one right here, going right in. Very lightly for it to build up. I wonder if I have a darker orange. I kind of want to find a darker orange. Let's see. Do I have a darker orange somewhere? Ooh, okay. So I am opening, again, another Colourpop palette because I really like Colourpop. This is Rendezvous. It has a really dark, sparkly orange. I think I'm going to try and press that. So that's coming out a lot lighter than I actually want it to be. So I'm going to take the darker orange and kind of start putting it on top. So we're just now taking the darker, yeah, I like that darker one a lot better. So we're taking the darker one now. And I realize it might be looking kind of messy right now, but that is okay. Because in the end, it always ends up looking good. It's a mess in the middle, and somehow I always end up making it work. So that's what we're doing. Right, now that we have that sparkle on, I kind of want to go in, because this is getting a little splotchy here, I want to go in with my blending brush again, and I'm going to take my bright orange that I initially used, and I'm just going to kind of run it on over and blend it out. I'm thinking about doing some graphic liner, but I don't know if that's going to ruin it. That's going to end up ruining it or not. It might ruin it. Now I want to take a really tiny brush. I'm actually going to take, this is going to sound weird, but I'm going to take what tends to be an angled like eyebrow brush. But I'm going to take it with the black instead because I like using smaller brushes for black, and I think it helps to be a little more detailed. And I'm just doing this because I'm going to try and do it with an eyeliner. The blender brush again. When it comes to using black eyeshadow, it is a marathon, not a sprint. I'm gonna try. I might just ruin this whole eye look right now and then have to scrap it, but I'm gonna try and take an eye. I really want to do that graphic liner where you go like that, you know what I'm saying? I know that line doesn't look the sharpest. It's because of the black eyeshadow. It might just be ruining my eyeshadow, my eye look, but whatever. Whatever. I'll try new things for a reason. I realize I'm making this way too thick. Here's my little black brush. Now, there we go. I'm filling it in. I'm not mad. I am not mad at that. Should I bring the liner even farther down, or should I stop there before I ruin it? Should I, you know what I'm saying, like bring it farther? You know what? No, we're not gonna screw it up. We've gotten to a decent spot. So now I'm gonna go do that really quick on the other eye, so you don't have to watch me painfully do that again. Okay, so the second time I did that, so much easier. Literally only took me like a few seconds. I know they're not perfect or identical. Eyeliner are sisters, not twins. So now that the eyeshadow is done, actually, you know what, I'm gonna put a little bit on the underneath of the eye. I'm gonna take what's left over on this black brush here, just kind of bring it down. Honestly, I should wait to do this until I do my concealer, my under eye concealer, because I realize my face looks kind of blah right now, but don't worry, I'm gonna fix it. Okay, before I put any more under my eyeliner, I'm gonna put on false lashes first. So I'm gonna use my Airshine magnetic eyelashes. I recently got these and I did a video on them, trying magnetic eyelashes for the first time, and if you're interested, I'll have it linked up above. It was pretty interesting. I actually enjoy them for the most part, but it was an interesting experience. Anyway, so we have these, I think I'm gonna do these ones because they're really like spidery. I don't know, they give me like spooky vibe, so I'm gonna go put those on really quick off camera. Okay, now that I have the eyelashes on, we're gonna move on to the face. And like I said, I already have my lotion and all that stuff on my face, so I'm just gonna take my wet little beauty sponge, and I am taking the Juvias Place full coverage foundation in 700 Vienna, which I believe is their lightest shade. It's a bit dark for me sometimes, so we'll see how it goes. Thankfully with the turtleneck, I don't have to worry about like blending down my, it's a bit yellow for me, but I have yellow undertones sometimes, and sometimes they look pink, and then when I wear pink, it's way too much. So I just go for yellow undertones, although I look really pink today, and I don't know why, because I'm usually not this pink. Gotta get the ears. The one thing I'm noticing about magnetic eyelashes is they sit fine except for up here, because you do really thin eyeliner and they need like thick eyeliner in order for them to sit right. Right, am I done blending? Does it look good? Looks pretty good. Alright, so now that we got the foundation on, now I can bronze myself up. Alright, so I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and yes, from the outside it has seen better days. I don't know why it does this. But I'm gonna take my two favorite colors, is right there. Now I'm gonna put them using my It Cosmetics angled face brush. Just dipping in between the two of those. Just really want to chisel out and contour / bronze a little bit. Can you see that difference instantly, what that makes on slimming up my face? I love it. And I'm also going to bring it up a little bit. Follow that through and then down the jawline. Like, you instantly see the difference. Can you see it? I can see it. Now coming over. Now I'm gonna go on with just this, just the warmer one on the corner here. Just the warmer one, and kind of very lightly warm up my face, even though we're in the middle of fall and it's really cold out. No one's gonna believe I'm actually nice and tanned. And we slowly see the face coming together. Am I right? Oh, I just realized I didn't do my under eyes. Although, I don't think I need it today. My under eyes look okay. They look fine. We'll leave it. Okay, and now I'm going to do some blush. I'm going to use my Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in the color Count Me In. And I'm taking this little dense brush that I have, and I'm just, because I really want to focus it on the little high points here. Also because I can't find where my actual blush brush went. My nice big fluffy brush, I can't find it, so we're just gently doing this, because I don't like doing a lot of blush I don't like looking too pink. So I'm just dabbing nice and lightly, just circle, 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 dab, 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 dab. Well, that's nice. I like that. And sometimes with the Super Shock shadows, if you're a Colourpop person, as you've probably noticed, I really like Colourpop because most of my makeup is Colourpop, because they have good quality stuff, cruelty-free, and it's inexpensive. But sometimes with the Super Shock shadows, because of the way they're made, something that's a brush that's a bit denser kind of helps a little better with color. I just want to do something really faint blush. Now before I put my highlight on, I like to go in again with my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette and take that banana-y color and kind of just set a little bit of my trouble points, the greasy points, which is my nose. Also down here. There we go. Now that I have that set, now we're going to do our highlight. So I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow palette in the color Sugar. So I'm using this little tiny dense fan brush that also came in the collection of the brushes I just got recently. And so what I'm going to do for this, I'm going to take this color and I'm also going to dab into this pink color just a little bit. Love it. Look at that glow. Perfect. So I'm going to put a little bit on the tip of my nose. And then above my Cupid's bow. Alright, and then I also kind of want to highlight under the brow bone a little bit and in the corner of my eye. So I'm going to find a little tiny brush. Actually, I can't find my little tiny brush, so I'm just going to dip my finger in that really bright highlight and just kind of tap a little bit. There we go. Brightens it up. And a little bit under the brow bone. I still have to do my eyebrows really quick. Okay, so now, alright, so this little LA Girl pencil that I have in the color Warm Brown, I'm just going to take the little tiny pencil here and just gently kind of add some strokes in. And what a difference just doing the one makes. And then I'm just gonna gently brush it out a little bit and then fill up this corner. Much better. Much better. There we go. And final thing we have to do is lipstick, and I wanted to wear an orange lip, right? And somehow I forgot to bring it because I'm currently in my college apartment and I think I left it at home, even though I went home this weekend and I purposely told myself I was going to bring it back. I have black lipstick, but not really feeling that. Don't really want to go. You could, honestly, if you wanted to do the full look, you could go straight in with black or orange. Though I'm going to see what I do have that wouldn't overpower the eye look. I think red would be too much. I do have some nudes with me. I like that color. I also like that color. I think I'm going to go with the more muted one because I really want the eyes to pop out. So this is the NYX Liquid Suede in Sandstorm. Now normally you'd probably use a lip pencil, but I'd just go right on in. Perfect. Ooh. Why do I love this? Even though it's kind of messy, the eyes are like really intense and kind of messy. Why do I love it though? So with that is the final look for today. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a roller coaster, start to finish. I'm not the greatest using black. I tend to avoid it at all costs, but since Halloween is coming up, I decided I should do a Halloween-esque makeup look. And I'm not mad at it. I kind of like it, actually. Would I wear this on a normal day? No, definitely not. But I do like oranges. Blacks I tend to avoid. I tend to go for browns instead of blacks. I really liked it. And I hope you liked it too. Anyway, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up on this video, and also feel free to subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here as a part of my YouTube family. I do a lot of different things because I like a lot of different things, so there's something for everyone here on the channel. So I really hope you like this video. Anyway, have a wonderful day, and happy Halloween.